Hey everyone, Lenz here and welcome back to Endzone. Let's kick the simulation back off. Last episode we got power up and going, and I said we were going to look at pretty much getting batteries for this one. I'm pretty sure that is what we use. Yes, batteries. So let's go down here and electricity, battery. Battery's a fairly large building actually. So there's a power pole there. It's going to take some time to get built. We'll get that underway. And we got this is going to be cleaning up this area here. Should be happening. So we've got 700 resources, and eventually we'll move this towards here to clean up some more of this town. You can see it's starting to be nice and neat already. But as I've pointed out in previous episodes, it's a massive map, and we've got plenty of materials around and lots of house ruins. It's massive. It's like a building. It's not a house. Train station, trains. It's a bit of a plane here. Look at that. So still plenty to do, plenty to find. Is the game running? We are building. Yes, they're doing things. Hello. Good. They are just bringing the items down. Obviously, this being the tutorial, the more we play, the more things unlock, and I think we need to just double check. Did I get everything with power? No, I didn't. So what did I miss? That one there doesn't quite hook up, right? One there. Is that everything then? Yeah, that'll be everything. Nice. And that, back off. Alright. Set the rain contamination level which restricted buildings are supposed to be covered to protect them.
That looks good. Some buildings are now connected to the power grid. Although a well-structured settlement that's hooked up to the power grid consumes a certain amount of resources, it is enormously effective. Oh, and just as an aside, you can have electric power poles put up on many surfaces, even on roads.
Oh, okay.
With the settlement producing on a stable scale, we can now focus on exploring our surroundings. Though we heard a bunch of stories in the Endzone, now we can explore the ruins our ancestors left behind firsthand to find treasure and resources. Let's build an expedition station.
Okay. An expedition station, and that'll give us this whole interesting location thing. We want to go where? Expedition station is under technology. Okay, it's another large building. I'm going to place it over here. So yes, it's a long way to walk, but you know, we still want to spread out a little. They're over, cleaning things up. I don't know what they do with the contaminated soil. Doesn't tell you. They just clean it up. Okay, so we're building that. We want to assign 2 people to be scouts. We've got 4 available at the moment. Running a little bit low. Very old adult. Lots of people, not a lot of place to store them. Wood is still a struggle, isn't it? Hey, nifty, we've built it. Expedition ration stored. Expedition rations, okay. I guess they go and collect up things and bring it down. Oh, mate, carrying something. We're going to water. I'm not sure what an expedition ration takes to make.
Well done. Assign settlers to be scouts and prepare expedition rations. When you want to send off an expedition, you can decide the quantity of expedition rations with which to supply the expedition. As a result, you can control how long and how thoroughly it is able to explore a ruin.
Okay.
Let's send out a few scouts to find a ruin. The scout will visit the ruin you have designated and explore it. As a result, the scout will supply us with important information about the site that we should pay attention to when we start an expedition.
Okay. Send out scouts. Okay, so it reckons it's going to take... This site looks promising, but the radar doesn't show what exactly we were dealing with yet, Chief. We should send one of our scouts to check out the place first. And when we know what we'll be dealing with, we can start an expedition this way. So we'll send a scout. Another one up here. Oh, there's all sorts of them. We've got one here too. Let's send a scout to there too. So that's here somewhere. It's okay. We're sending a scout. I'm assuming we'll see them heading down. It's probably this dude here. That's the one going to that other building. Got one coming here. Must already be about to enter. There he is.
Our scout has returned, brought along a variety of useful information. Now that we know what we have to reckon with, we can put together a team in order to explore the ruin more precisely.
Great.
Each ruin has its own challenges, secrets, and valuable resources. Choose settlers who fulfill the necessary prerequisites for the respective ruin, and give them enough expedition rations to take along. In addition, don't forget to equip them with protective clothing and tools to the best of your ability before you send them off.
Okay. So prepare yourself for an expedition. We want to click expedition, click on here maybe. Open expedition window. This ruin is nothing special, Chief. However, if we send some of us on an expedition, at least we can dismantle the materials and transport them back to the settlement. Good. Okay. We can send a bunch of them, I reckon. 5 people. Yeah. Probably want... Alright, so they're a farmer. Like, is it worth sending just certain people, like scrap collectors, or... it's fine.
Now that you've commissioned the expedition, it's now in preparation stage. Expedition rations and other necessary resources are being amassed. Afterwards, the settlers you selected will relinquish their old tasks, assemble, equip themselves, and subsequently set off together on their way. Get yourself ready to make tough decisions.
All right.
Good news. Your expedition has finally reached its destination. Now it's all up to you. Contact them and listen to what they have to say to you.
Still
Make
saying
wise
that.
decisions and guide the settlers through the ruin with meticulous care.
Okay. We're just waiting for them to rock up. They're still prepping. Here we go. Where are they? See them walking. Dude, don't go that way. Wait, everyone else went this way. Why'd you go that way? Taking the long way. Thought, no, I'll cut through town. Say goodbye to the missus. You know, wave at some of my neighbours. You're just over here smashing stuff. Where's the last dude? Alright. So, the loot at the location is one metal tool, some joints, cloth. Okay. Take the joints, right? No, I'll just take everything. I haven't got anything. Loot and return.
Well done.
Fairly simple
Your
one, right?
decisions during an expedition are decisive for its success. Try to be as well prepared as possible and make wise decisions because the consequences could be fatal. Now let's loot this place and get out of here. Take as many resources as your settlers can carry and bring them back to your settlement. Now that you know how you can help your settlers to manage in this environment so hostile to life, I'd like to show you how you can design your settlement in such a way so that your settlers are not only able to survive in it, they're actually glad to be here as well. Your settlers are eager to live in surroundings that please them. For instance, they'd rather not live next to a building that produces lots of noise or dirty grime. You can switch to the heat map of dwellings attractiveness to be able to see just how attractive the dwellings in your settlement are.
Okay, I've done that. So that was a bad idea. Oh no, these are 0, these are just negatives. Okay.
In this view, you see which cabins and shelters have been placed in attractive surroundings and which ones are in unattractive surroundings. If you want to make your settlers particularly happy, you should pay attention to providing them with attractive surroundings.
Okay.
To increase the attractiveness of a residential area, you can put up some decorations to beautify your settlement. Each decoration increases the attractiveness of the area where it has been placed. Maybe it's time for you to design your settlement a little more attractively to make your settlers happier.
Okay, we can do that. Let's make them happy. Buildings built in the category of decoration. What are we doing here? What's going on? We didn't have any morticians. For some reason. Okay, so decorations. So we can put some shrubs down or some wind chimes. Flower bed. What can we do with a flower bed? Can I squish this in here somewhere? Yeah, maybe. It's going to take him a minute to build it. Of course it uses wood. So why wouldn't? So these are happier. These are still negatives, but we've got one flower bed. 2. Ah, there. They're enjoying the surroundings more. Look at that. So flower beds give +3. Scrap totem gives +8. It's an interesting one. How big is the scrap totem? I'll put this like here. And then another one maybe here. Wouldn't really take that much. It'll make people happy. The yellow is obviously a noisy building. Or a dirty building. The blue is neutral, I'm assuming. Oh no. blue is a positive, because these are blue. Okay. Good. Someone will build these eventually. Okay, that one's building.
Your settlers are
Nice.
really going to like the newly built
Look at the happiness.
decorations. This way, you can even manage to design a residential area attractively that's located near industrial buildings. And with sufficient time and energy, even create a settlement where all your settlers are glad to live in it.
Yep.
Although living in a pretty neighborhood isn't the only thing that interests your settlers, they want you to take care of their other needs as well. If you provide them with a forum, they'll make their wishes and requests known to you. You can find out what means a lot to them there.
Sure. So let's build a forum. It's another large building, so plop. Still don't have pub or campfire or advanced school yet. Still quite a number of things we haven't unlocked. Still tons of game left. See how they go here with the forum. Okay, 58 wood. Maybe I actually got a little bit of wood for once. It's a shock. Just waiting for this to happen now. Right. Noises here are quite... The deers are quite noisy, aren't they? What's the limits here to... Water's probably something we should build another water tower for. A little bit more scrap. I don't know whether to go in and try and unlock other stuff or just keep going with the... Wow. Coal mining. Okay, some interesting stuff to come. There we go. Construction's underway.
Excellent. Many of your settlers' requests are collected for you at the forum. You ought to check every now and then whether you might be willing to agree to one of those wishes.
Okay.
However, the forum is not only responsible for enabling your settlers to turn to you. At the forum, you can address them too. You can issue decrees and establish rules at the forum, stating how your settlers need to behave. This way, for example, you can ration food and water, or go so far as to prohibit your settlers from reproducing in the near future.
Okay. So, these things increase. Been contacted by some explorers from another settlement. They're on their way back from an expedition. They're running out of ration. Willing to trade some things to discover for some provisions. Okay, we can do that. Jeez, it's a lot. Can I have that? No worries. Give some hemp. radiation suits. Researchers have an idea to try their luck with new technology. Their idea is to upgrade our workshop in order to get tools faster and more effectively. They want your permission to be able to commence with their studies. Do it. So we can only take a mission on. And does this mean upgraded workshop resort research? So we need to now open this and look for upgraded workshop and start the research. Nice. It wants us to activate birth control. Really? Ow. Okay.
Many of the decrees are extremely helpful toward enabling the survival of your settlement, though you should watch out that you don't demand too much of your settlers. If you ask too much of them, it can lead to discontentment spreading throughout your settlement.
I imagine.
That's why you always ought to use caution in deciding which decrees you want to impose.
Those are your instructions, Chief, and that's why we'll stick to them, even though we're not particularly happy about them and would gladly decide for ourselves when we start our families. Better if you could see to it that we're able to continue to grow. Do my best.
Such a thriving settlement like this one here not only has its advantages, it could be that the attention of prowling raiders is drawn to you, and you'll have to defend yourself against them. First of all, it's going to be important to set up your own defenses. An ammunition factory is going to be necessary to arm those settlers who will be defending your settlement in the future. It would be best if you also assigned several technicians right away who are supposed to work at the ammunition factory.
Okay. Build an ammunition factory. Defense. Two technicians, eh? Okay. We got a bit of time left for the research. Not much. It's almost done. Do I, Okay. Just a couple of these guys, we'll send them out. What is it? Expeditions equipped with a small amount of rations, even though capacity for additional rations exists. The lower the amount of rations an expedition has with it, the less it is able to explore its targeted destination. Do you want to send it off or make changes? Give them that. 91 in stock. I may as well take at least some stuff. Cool. There we go. New findings going to be useful for sure. Good. So we now have. Yeah, sorry to have to whisper. I rise at the ruin. I don't dare get any closer. I spotted a woman with a rifle up the roof. Who's watching the surrounding area through binoculars. In addition, warnings have been posted everywhere on the building that she'll shoot as soon as she sees strangers. I have no idea what we're supposed to be doing here. Maybe we could send a few settlers to come by who should approach cautiously. Start up a conversation too.
It's left up to you to decide whether you want to have your ammunition factory manufacture lethal or non-lethal ammunition. While lethal ammunition deals damage to the attacking raiders, non-lethal ammunition ensures that their morale sinks. If the raiders have lost all their morale, they'll flee.
Okay.
No matter what type of ammunition you want to have manufactured, one thing can't be missing. Your ammunition factory requires some sulfur for production. Sulfur can be obtained in your mines. To do this, Simply instruct your mines to mine sulfur in the future.
What am I doing here? Send some scouts out. I don't know what's going on. Let's see. Mine built. I'm going to build a mine. Where do we build a mine? I don't know where I'm supposed to build the mine. Hello? This, maybe? Like 100% efficiency, but like, I don't know. If I place it like here, what does it do? No, because I need to have that 0.2 something. How do I find sulfur? I need to move it around until I find sulfur. Is there an overlay? Chief, one of the scouts here. It's a coordinates suggested and came across an old storage depot. We run down, walls are missing, rust everywhere, downright ruin. Looks like there's an old shipping container inside. If you're thinking it's an expedition, it might just be worth it. Cool. How do I build a mine? It requires mountains. Well, what's that? Like, obviously you wanna... Oh, there we go. Okay, cool. I don't know. It's not real insightful there, is it? It says to do missions, is there? Okay. Open research window. What do it want us to do? In terms of housing. Is it steady house? Okay. You want us to steady house research, yep. Just keep looking around until we find all the places. Right, so workshop. We can upgrade it. Upgraded workshop produces tools that are needed for any type of work, employs more technicians, and works more efficiently than a normal workshop. Sure. Need to assign 3 miners. Good. Nice. Still prepping. This one. I got all this message thing, but they haven't even made it to the place yet. Decree should finish soon. Okay. This must be one of the greenhouses that people use for farming, and life must have been much more carefree back then. Greenhouse itself is in bad shape, but there's a variety of plants growing here that we haven't seen anywhere else. Cool. Okay, so we now have sturdy house. Been back on the surface again for quite a while now, Chief. All of us were born up here, although without the first settlers who still came from the Endzone, we never would have made it here. Some of our settlers came up with the idea to put up a monument to those settlers so that we never forget where we all came from. Okay? We can do that. Pioneer statue, which I'm assuming will be in decoration. Ah, look at this. Right there. There you go. We'll keep them happy. Nice. Greenhouse. This is just a way of, kind of a quest system more than anything here, just prompting you to do the next thing. Right. Looking at the time though. Might be time for me
now the
to wrap up
production of
soon.
ammunition can get going full steam ahead.
I don't think I even said it, did I? Alright. Gonna be fine. Alright, hello. Got it.
To be able to give your settlement blanket protection against attackers, the next thing you want to do is to build several watchtowers and assign militia there. Your settlers will fire at raiders from these watchtowers. It will be best if you place your towers in such a way that they don't stand too close to each other, so that your entire settlement can be protected whenever possible.
Good idea. I'm always after wood, so I figured I'd put another Foresters Lodge in. Alright, let's do it. Settler's very happy about the new memorial. Yep, very good. Okay, I'm gonna pause the game here. Wrapping up point. Thanks everyone for watching. Let's have a bit of a look at this memorial. That's pretty cool. Again, I love the artwork in this game. Thanks everyone for watching. Comments down below. And I will see you next time. Bye now.